Hello everyone, this is Adam Stewart from stewartmedicine.com. Today I'm going to show a demonstration on a couple of EMR tools that I have built for TELUS EMR, PS Suite EMR that help in smoking cessation, the documentation and the care and even the billing optimization for smoking cessation. So here is a fake patient chart, and we can see that the smoking status is designated in the CPP, and this is set to trigger a toolbar down here, a smoking toolbar, and we'll go through that in detail here. As well, just as a side note, it also has reminders that remind the physician to bill the corresponding smoking cessation code. If the E079, if the patient is a smoker and an E079 has not been billed in the last 365 days, it will remind to address and bill smoking. And if a E079 has been billed within the last 365 days, instead it would remind the physician to address and bill for a K039 reassessment code. So I'm going to minimize the patient profile to give us more space. But let's say that we wanted to address the smoking initial assessment today. So I would click that and it opens up an encounter assistant. And here you can see that this follows the guidelines of the 5 A's of smoking cessation and the criteria to meet and bill for an E079. Smoking, so it's documenting the smoking status. Here it's a custom vital that's talking about the age that started smoking. So if it hasn't been documented before, we would fill that in, and this will carry forward in future encounters as well. The last year of last quit attempt. So here we have from some previous notes, it's automatically brought in 2011. We can update that if that was sooner or more recent. The date of the last smoking cessation visit. And here's where we would enter in the, here it tells us the number of cigarettes that they were smoking at the last visit, which was November the 1st, 2018. We can enter in the number that they're smoking now. So maybe they've cut back a little bit more and they're down to 8 per day. Here, this will actually graph the number. If we have a bunch of, again, this is just a fake chart, but if we have a bunch of data points, it will actually graph the number of cigarettes per day. An important thing to note is that these tools actually integrate with the TELUS new CDM forms for COPD and basically the chronic disease management, things like diabetes and that. It uses the same custom vital, the number of smoker cigs per day, so it integrates with that. We go to the advise section. We routinely tell the patients that, it reminds us to specifically tell the patients that we are concerned about their smoking. If and when applicable, you can link it to their health. Maybe they have a relevant family history, or that it can be tied to, or their own health status of asthma or COPD. So you can enter that there. And next we go to the motivational interviewing section on the importance of, it gives us little tooltips here, scale of 0 to 10. So the importance to quit for the patient on a scale of 0 to 10. So maybe they say it's really important. And maybe on their confidence, they're low in their confidence though. And here you can also see that you can graph these vitals too over time. Custom vitals, their confidence and their importance. At the end of every section, I have a free section for free text that you can enter the stuff that doesn't fit into nice boxes. So reasons to quit and reasons, concerns about quitting. So these are yes/no options. You don't have to fill them all in, but you can if you want. And some of the common reasons, but also maybe some of the other ones that don't fit into the box that you can enter in free text. Then we get into the plan section. So advising the patient about the stages of change. It documents the standard things we tell patients. Some options that we may or may not give them that visit if they're at the right stage of change. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to click off up here. Here we have the stage of change, so maybe they're in the contemplation stage today. Here we have some, I have some referral options within our own family health team. If I click here, that would insert our family health team's referral form, intra-team referral form, as well as if I want to message our booker to actually book that visit. This will message that staff at the end of there to do this. I have a link that if I have a bunch of stuff on my website for smoking cessation, so I could just click that and address it to the patient and email it to them or print it off for them. That has some of the local resources on my website for smoking cessation. And here we might note a few things, or even, the Smokers Helpline. There's a similar referral form there. And here I might talk about maybe they want to try cutting back or quitting cold turkey or what have you. You can enter some information here. If applicable, have boxes that would start for favorite prescriptions if needed. So if I talked about bupropion and have that as a favorite prescription, I could actually just click that, and this is bringing up that favorite prescription that I have saved there. So I could just print or fax that right away. We're just going to cancel in this case. And it's documented the note there. And so let's say that's a visit on that we had January 1st today. So this is a fake patient, so we don't actually have the billing codes in here, but this toolbar will bring up the date of the last EO7-9 was billed. As well, you can click this and filter out visits that you've had for EO7-9s in the past. Similarly, it would do the KO39s, the same thing for the date of the last billing code would show here, and it would show you could filter out KO39 visits. Or I have it here that you can filter out all smoking cessation visits that are documented, so both EO7-9s or KO39s if you had it there. The toolbar also has that one-click letter, so maybe they aren't actually in, maybe you're not in the encounter system to put, you want to give them the letter just on an off chance that they're in for another reason. I'm going to come back to these in a second here, but let's say they're back a month later for their reassessment. So if we click this is a similar looking but different looking reassessment encounter assistant. So it's brought in some of the stuff we've just done. The last visit date, the number of cigarettes that they were smoking then. We could graph that from this point. We would update that today. Maybe they've had more success and they're down to 4. You can see it's brought in this time the year of the last quit attempt, how long they were successful for, relapse, how long in the morning is it until they have their first cigarette, say in minutes, like let's say 15 minutes. Here we have the Fagerstrom nicotine test that if I click this, it will pop up, do a pop-up encounter assistant. And this button here on the toolbar does the exact same thing, but this is the one of the scoring tests that kind of measures for the severity of addiction. And you would just click through these. You can see that it automatically adds up the score at the bottom. And if I finish that, it'll insert that into today's visit note. Had it been a fresh note, it would have done that on its own thing. But you can see that it actually has it documented as a custom vital as well for tracking. So when we go back to here, for example, if we were tracking that score along, we could be tracking that metric as well. Previous cessations tried. You can click those in yes or no. What was helpful, what wasn't. Again, we're going to be assessing for the scale of 0 to 10 for the importance to quit. And we can graph those. Maybe they've moved along to the preparation stage today. You can reassess the reasons to quit and the reasons for not quit, or the concerns about quitting. And here we have the same type of follow-up options and treatment options, as well as an option with the encounter system. You can do a link to a favorite billing code or a super code, so to automatically build a KO39 at the end of the visit if, for the physicians out there. So we would finish that, and there you have it. Up here we have a couple of billing options as well in the toolbar, and again links to handouts to local resources are linked to it, and the Smokers Helpline referral. So I hope you found that helpful. Thank you for watching.